Good afternoon. Today, as we are celebrating the Buddha Day, usually I attend to the Buddhist Society. In every year, I remember I conducted this puja and share my thoughts regarding the Buddha teaching on the Buddha Day. Today, the format is first we perform the puja. We start with Panchasila, 5 precepts, and after that puja, followed by reading the Metta Sutta and little meditation on Metta and the Dhamma talk. And if people like to ask questions, please do so. Now I start. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi buddham saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi buddham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Panatipata virmani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Adinadana virmani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Kamesu vichachara viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Musavada viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Suramiraya majjapama dattana viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Let us offer the flowers, incense and candles to the Buddha, reciting our gathas. Vannagandha gunopetam etam kusuma santatim Pujayami munindassa Siripada sarurve Pujemi buddhang kusumena nena Punyena mete acahotu mokkam Uphang milayati yataidang me Kayo tatayati vinasabhavang Pujemi dhammang kusumena nena Punyena metena cahotu mokkam Uphang milayati yataidang me Kayo tatayati vinasabhavang Pujemi sanghang kusumena nena Punyena metena cahotu mokkam Uphang milayati yataidang me Kayo tatayati vinasabhavang Offering of incense Gandha sambhara yuttena Dupenang sugandhina Pujaye pujaniyantam Puja bhajana muttamang Offering of lights Gandha sambhara yutte Ghanasarappaditena Deepena tamadansina Tiloka deepang sanbuttam Pujayami tamodam Stanzas in praise of the Triple Gem. Niti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vijacharana sampanno Sugato kavido Anuttaro purisa dhammasarati Sattva deva manusanam Buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo Sanditiko akaliko Ipasiko panaiko Pajatang editabbo vinyohiti Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samiji patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang Chattari Purisa Yogani Atta Purisa Pugala Is Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Auneyo Auneyo Dakineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttarang Punyakitang Lokasati Sadhu Sadhu. Reading the Metta Sutta by Dr. Desmond Bidaf.
He who is skilled in his good and who wishes to I'm just moving the screen around. Here we are. He who is skilled in his good and he wishes to attain that state of calm, nirvana, should act thus. He should be able, upright and conscientious, of soft speech, gentle and not proud, contented, living simply, at leisure and unburdened, with senses calmed, prudent, modest, and without showing anxiety for support. He should not commit any slight wrong, on account of which wise men might censure him. May all beings be happy and secure. May their hearts be wholesome, whatever living beings there be, feeble or strong, long, stout or medium, short, small or large, seen or unseen, those dwelling far or near, those who are born and those who are to be born. May all beings, without exception, be happy-minded. Let none deceive another, nor despise any person whatsoever, in any place, in anger, nor ill will. Let one not wish any harm to another. Just as a mother would protect her only child at the risk of her own life, even so, let one cultivate a boundless heart towards all beings. Let thoughts of boundless love pervade the whole world, above, below, and across, without any obstruction, without any hatred, without any enmity. Whether standing, walking, sitting, or lying down, as long as one is awake, this mindfulness should be developed. This, they say, is the highest conduct here. Not embracing false views, virtuous and endowed with insight, giving up attachments to sense desires, of a truth, such a person does not come again for repeated becoming. I should probably just say a little bit, perhaps, about those who are not familiar with who Seelawimala might be. But the Chisik Vihara was started in 1926 and was the second longest Buddhist organization in the UK besides us. And Bhante is the abbot, the incumbent, the chief monk, and also the chief of his order in the United Kingdom. And it's a great privilege for us to have him with us today. And the abbots of the Chisik Vihara have been very, very distinguished monks, all of them. And Seelawimala is one too.
Thank you. Let us do Metta Bhavana for a few minutes, meditation on loving kindness. Gently close our eyes. We relax our body. Relax our forehead, eyebrows, eyelids, jaw, and lips, and tongue. Be relaxed. Relax our neck and shoulders. Take a deep breath with the sense of trust and well-being. And let it go, letting go of tension. One more deep breath. And let it go, allowing any tightness to dissolve. One more deep breath. Hold the breath for a few seconds. And let it go, feel the relief of your abdomen. For a while, you can notice in-breaths as in-breaths, out-breaths as out-breaths. Let us develop the quality of metta. First, we develop loving kindness towards ourselves. May I be well and happy. May I be free from suffering. May I be free from anger and ill will. May I be free from envy and anxiety. May I be happy. May I be compassionate and forgiving. May I be joyful and rejoice in welfare and happiness of others. May I have patience, courage, determination and understanding to meet and overcome the problems, challenges, and failures in my life. May I take care of myself happily. Now let us share our thoughts of loving kindness. May you be well and happy, free from suffering. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May we be free from anger and ill will. May we be free from envy and anxiety. May we be happy. May we be compassionate and forgiving. May we be joyful and rejoice in welfare and happiness of others. May you have patience, courage, determination, and understanding to meet and overcome the problems, challenges, and failures in your life. May you take care of yourself happily. May my parents, my teachers be well and happy, free from suffering. May no harm come to them, no difficulties come to them, no problems come to them. May my brothers, sisters, may my children, spouse be well and happy, free from suffering. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May no problems come to them. May they have a lot of patience, courage, determination, and understanding to meet and overcome their problems, challenges, and failures in their life. May they take care of themselves happily. May all our friends be well and happy, free from suffering. Any unfriendly people, may they be free from anger and evil. May all sentient beings be well and happy, free from suffering. May the world be free from COVID pandemic virus. May all beings be well and happy, free from disease, free from suffering. Thank you. So today, as we are celebrating the life of the Buddha, what we call the vesak, we celebrate the birth of the Buddha. And we celebrate his great victory, the enlightenment, and also we celebrate his 45 years of long ministry, sharing his great wisdom to the world. And we also remember his passing away at Kusinara. So great holy places, Lumbini, Bodh Gaya, Saranath, and Kusinara. This important event of the lives of the Buddha took place. So paying our respect to these great holy places for this important Puja day, holy day, most important Puja day in Buddhist calendar, I have selected the Buddha's gratitude to the environment. This is my topic. The Buddha's gratitude to the environment. My reason for selecting gratitude as a topic is because it is considered as one of the finest human qualities. After spending time in contemplation under the shelter and solitude of the Bodhi tree and achieving enlightenment, the Buddha then spent a week a little distance far from the Bodhi tree, practicing meditation, focusing his attention towards the Bodhi tree, showing his gratitude to it. He pronounced that gratitude was an exemplar of all that is of the highest magnitude in humanity. My another reason for choosing gratitude as a topic is the COVID epidemic. All of humanity is coming to terms with this plague right now. Yet, through adversity, this epidemic has emphasized the importance of living side by side in peace and harmony with our neighbors and our world community. This can only be achieved with the application of the finest human qualities that are innate in all of us, of friendliness, gratitude, and empathy towards all. I would add this, the need also to be thankful and have gratitude for our small planet that provides us with sustenance and gives us life. The Buddha said, it is indeed rare to find people, those who acknowledge the benefits received with gratitude. When we see the context of rare appearances of such people, we can also develop the significance of the gratitude in Buddhist teachings. I quote, "O bhikkhus, three things are rare to find in the world." What three? A Tathagata, a fully enlightened one, a people able to teach the Dhamma proclaimed by the Tathagata, and a person who acknowledges the benefits received with gratitude. These three occur but rarely in the world. Two persons are rare, another quotation, two persons are rare in this world. First, the one who serves others selflessly without expecting anything in return. And second, the one who is grateful towards anyone who does one a kindness. According to about two quotations from the Buddha's teaching, gratitude holds a unique place in our existence. As an ingredient which shines bright in our humanity, gratitude is one of the best criteria in every religion. Without this innate human quality, a person would have little regard for his parents, relatives, friends, teachers, and those who teach him the Dharma. On the other hand, the grateful person produces an abundance of peace and harmony and will always be remembered and loved. The word gratitude and grace share a common origin. The Pali word Katanyo is a combination of two roots of words. Kata means has been done, meaning the help which has been received, and new means knowing or consciousness. Hence, the proper meaning is knowing or acknowledging what has been done. In Sanskrit, Kritagnya, formed from the word Krita means cultivated, and the root Nya referring to a state of consciousness. The Sinhalese term I know is Kelehi Guna Salakanama, which the embedded implication of doing, recognizing, which connotes actively showing something, a graceful gesture of acknowledgement. The Latin word is gratia, meaning pleasing or thankful. When you are in a deep state of gratitude, you will often spontaneously feel the presence of grace, simply defined as an appreciation or acknowledgement of an altruistic act. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, gratitude is simply the state of being grateful. The person who knows gratitude and practices gratitude is called Sappurisa, a good, worthy one. And one who does not know gratitude and is not grateful is called Asappurisa, unworthy one. Let us observe the advice of the Buddha's criteria on how one can recognize the person of great integrity and one who has no integrity. I quote, "Monks, I will teach you the level of a person of no integrity and the level of a person of integrity. Listen and pay close attention, I will speak." "As you said, Lord," the monks responded. The Buddha once, the Blessed One said, "Now what is the level of a person of no integrity?" A person of no integrity is ungrateful and unthankful. This ingratitude, this lack of thankfulness is advocated by rude people. It is entirely on the level of people of no integrity. A person of integrity is grateful and thankful. This gratitude, this thankfulness is advocated by civil people. It is entirely on the level of people of integrity. End of the quotation. As Buddhism is humanism, it has been given a prominent place in society for this quality. As its emphasis is on developing very healthy and positive social relationships. The Buddha was concerned particularly about the social and economic security of that period, and as such he recommended certain duties and obligations on children to looking after parents as a way of showing gratitude for their dedication to parenthood. For a strong foundation of healthy family life, the Buddha had recognized and recommended a code of duties for a layperson in the Seelawimala Sutta. In Buddhist teaching, the relationship between children and parents is of the highest importance. Excuse me. It is accepted that in formal society, childhood is wholly dependent on parents' care and dutifulness. But unlike today, during the Buddha's time, there was no economic security for the old and elderly. Social relationship begins at home. Love, respect, and gratitude are the heartfelt qualities of this relationship. At the apex of all human relationships, the Buddha highlighted that gratitude towards parents is paramount. I quote, I tell you monks, there are two people who are not easy to repay. Which two? Your mother and father. Even if you were to carry your mother on one shoulder and your father on the other shoulder for 100 years, and were to look after them by anointing, massaging, bathing and rubbing their limbs, and they were to defecate and urinate right there on your shoulders, you would not in that way pay and repay your parents. If you were to establish your mother and father in absolute sovereignty over this great earth, abandoning in the seven treasures, you would not in that way pay and repay your parents. Why is that? Mother and father do much for their children. They care for them, they nourish them, they introduce them to the world, to this world. End of the quotation. In the monastic life, continuity of dispensation, traditions, and teachings continue forward due to the relationship between the teacher and pupil. The Buddha advised, I quote, I prescribe a teacher should arouse in his pupil the attitude of a son, and the pupil also arouse to his teacher the attitude of a father. In the monastic life, the relationship between the teacher and the pupil is based on an emotional bondage of gratitude and respect. Being taught the Dhamma, trained in the monastic life, introducing them to the world by giving education, providing medicine when it needs, the pupil has been treated with parental love. Having received these great human blessings, it is natural to develop the quality of gratitude in the heart of pupil. This is the most important spiritual bondage, is not abandon the teacher. Therefore, gratitude for the teacher has had an immense influence towards the community, the continuity of the unbroken lineage of monks, preserving the authenticity of the true Dhamma. Even still, the monks must not neglect their gratitude towards their biological parents. Buddha recommended for the bhikkhus, if there is no one to look after the old parents who are helpless, monks are permitted to help them and to provide food and medicine. Once a monk who begged for alms and so maintains his parents approached the Buddha and asked his opinion. Buddha said, truly in doing so, you perform your duty on the ground that anyone, even by asking alms in a lawful manner, supports one's parents, generates much merits. Again, the Buddha said, if anyone who rouses his unbelieving mother or father, settling establishes them in conviction, rouses his unvirtuous mother and father, settle and establishes them in virtue, rouses his stingy mother and father, settle and establishes them in generosity, rouses his foolish mother and father, settle and establishes them in discernment. To this extent, one pays and repays one's mother and father. This suggestion is very much relevant for the monks. I have learned the life story of the great monk Sariputta. When he realized his death is no longer down to him, he had to get permission from the Buddha. Worshipping his feet and circumambulating, paid his respect and left for his home where he was born in the village of Nayaka. His mother was still living there and she was not a follower of the Buddha's teaching, even though her son Sariputta was one of the chief disciples of the Buddha. But Sariputta understood that his mother is capable of realizing the Dhamma, and he wanted to convince the Dhamma to her. Having convinced the Dhamma to his loving mother, Venerable Sariputta passed away. According to above quotation of Katanyo Sutta, Venerable Sariputta repaid his gratitude to his mother. As we have seen, the term of Sapurisa, a good worthy person who knows and practices gratitude, is indeed a blessing not only to his own teacher and parents, but to the whole of society. The Buddha had compared such a good worthy man, such as Satpurusha, to a lake. I quote, just as lake consists of clear, delicious, crystalline water with good and lovely shores near to a village or township where people can draw and drink from it, bathe in it and use it for any other purpose. Just as so, a good worthy man with his achievement of wealth not only pleases and makes happy himself, but also his parents and the whole of society. In this way, his wealth is enjoyed and utilized rightly, not wastefully or wrongly. End of the quotation. This is a very helpful analogy for us to understand that we all are born and brought up in the society and we all belong to society. We use the resources provided by our earth. Likewise, the lotus flower absorbs all the essence of the pond within and without and blooms. Therefore, we all are indebted to our earth. Again, I come to the first example given by the Buddha. He had shown his gratitude to the Bodhi tree, as the Bodhi tree had given him shade during the process of enlightenment. So the Buddha, looking at the Bodhi tree and practicing meditation for 1 week soon after his enlightenment, showed his appreciation of this Bodhi tree. This Bodhi tree is one single part, one unit of the entire environment. The seat of Vajrasana also helped him for sitting. For air, water, and soil, all are parts of the environment and make up the whole unit. Therefore, the Buddha's appreciation was not only for the Bodhi tree, but actually for the whole environment. The trees, air, water, earth, sun, moon, stars, wind, and everything in the atmosphere. Note of his meditative experiences he received on the trees and in forests. Now I come back to our present day most dreadful disease, the current situation with COVID-19. There is a strong blame for human beings as COVID is a direct result of environmental pollution by us. Not only the COVID problem, but climate change is also an outcome of environmental pollution. It is upsetting when we see plastic receptacles, cans, and other non-degradable bits we use being discarded without any care for the natural beauty of our earth. The ocean and beaches now polluted with plastic bottles and polythene sheets and much more non-degradable waste. How many tons of smoke fumes we dispatch into the sky every day without thought or care. We take for granted the benefits of the natural world with no understanding that everything is interconnected and interrelated. Like a chain linked together, when one single link is broken, it affects that whole universe. The Buddha had given an example for consumption of natural resources in a proper manner. I quote, "As a bee without harming the flower or its color or scent flies away only collecting the flower's nectar, so to make the honey. Just so the sage should wander in the village." Dhammapada. I feel COVID is a message from nature to humanity. Our excessive consumption and wasteful behavior are not compatible with nature, and we should be grateful to our natural world and individually conscious of the damage we do. Therefore, changing our consciousness and treating the earth with gratitude is of the highest order for the survival of humanity. I finish my talk with this poem, modern poem. Be grateful for the kindly friends that walk along your way. Be grateful for the skies of blue that smile from day to day. Be grateful for the health you earn, the work you find to do. For round around about you, there are men less fortunate than you. Thank you. End of my talk.
Thank you, Bhante. That was a beautiful talk, very beautiful, inspiring talk. And it really does make one aware of the things that are really important in life. I mean, one thing that strikes one, particularly about Western society, is that we're always complaining endlessly about not having enough of this or not having enough of that. We're complaining and moaning, but we don't show a great deal of gratitude, because actually we in the West are so much better off than everybody else in the rest of the world. And however poor we might be generally, for most of us, we have a roof over our head in one way or another, and we have food in our tummies. And, we are so stingy, our hearts are full of resentment and anger and bitterness, and we want more, more, more. And if only we could open up a bit to gratitude, then our burden would become so much lighter. So thank you very much for a beautiful talk, and particularly the points you made about the environment. We should be grateful for the environment. Without the environment, we wouldn't be here. In fact, instead of rewarding the environment, we seem to be smashing it down all over the world. And it's a very sad thing to see. So thank you, Bhante, very, very much. Now, are there any questions from our audience? I mean, I think sometimes, when people have difficult karma to cope with, they sometimes spend a lot of time, their hearts are quite angry. And so the gratitude can't get into the heart. And the Buddhist practice helps the heart to relax and to open and to feel warmth and love for people. But do you have any special advice for us? Special practice for gratitude?
Absolutely. In the monastic life, gratitude, as I explained, is very, very important quality we need. The relationship with the pupil and the teacher is based on the emotion of gratitude. Without gratitude, actually the relationship is broken. We can't live together. Therefore, this appreciation is essentially need. So therefore, every day we show our gratitude to the Buddha as well. Offering flowers, incense, although they are actually the material things, we show our gratitude to the Buddha, and also we worship the feet of our teacher every evening after the puja. We show for the elderly monks and also the teachers who teach the Dharma. We show our gratitude, and also the books, the Dharma books, we preserve. And we learn by heart. Now they have been written in the books and all our lives. With great respect and gratitude, we preserve the Dhamma. So this way, in the monastery, appreciation with great respect is absolutely a part of the monastic life. The relationship between the pupil and the teacher, utterly important. Sometimes, if there are any problems, but the students always think about his teacher. Sometimes, although if there are any challenges, the student or the pupil doesn't leave his teacher, always think about his teacher with gratitude. So this way we practice the gratitude, especially within the monastery.
But he makes a very good point, doesn't he? I mean, nowadays, you find students suing their teachers, don't you, and taking out court cases against people who are trying to teach them. And, even in families, I mean, respect is something, it's almost considered a weakness, isn't it? You shouldn't be so respectful. What are you doing? What's the matter with you? Stand up for yourself, It's not good for people to have that attitude. It doesn't help them. But then it requires people in authority to do things, to deserve respect. Bhante, you're back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
What about this?
I was saying you make a very, very good point, because this lack of respect, for elder people or for people who are teaching one, is right through Western society now. And you even see it in families, in schools, in universities. You see it everywhere. But it's partly also that people who are in authority need to behave in such a way to the people they teach, that the pupils naturally feel that love and respect towards them. And sometimes, even when that is lacking, one should do one's best to respect the teacher. But there's a question here, and I don't know if it's a question that you'd want to answer, but it says, how can a family like the royal family, who are going through great difficulties, rebuild their bonds and trust? I don't know who it's from, actually. But I suppose it's like any family, isn't it?
Sorry, I didn't properly understand.
Is that the question? Well, the question is, how can a family like the royal family, who have great difficulties, rebuild their bonds of trust? But I was saying it's like any family, really. It's the same thing. They're not any different from any family. But you might have some advice about the problems within families.
I think we have to practice forgiveness as well. Forgiveness, because we human beings are not perfect. All we have weaknesses. It is said that in a simile, even the beautiful roses have stormy, behind the flower, you can see the bushes are stormy. Stem is stormy. So therefore, that means we all have weaknesses. But all these great traditions they have followed by royal families, they have to follow these traditions and discuss with the family, and also develop trust is the most important again, and also respect to the elders, and also understand the significance of their impact to the society. So I think discussion and understanding each other has to develop this trust in any family, not only royal family, all the others as well. My suggestion is forgiveness is very, very important practice regarding this the broken trust.
Yes, thank you. Because there's a contribution here from somebody who is quoting your predecessor, Venerable Vajrayana, and the member of the audience says, Venerable Vajrayana said, gratitude is a fruit of practice. Though we don't come to religious practice because to feel more gratitude, we come because we want to be freed from suffering. But after some time of truly practicing, we find gratitude arising naturally in our hearts, unbidden. It was a beautiful saying, isn't it? It's a beautiful thing. But there is a question here, a very simple one, is how do you, in the monastery, how do you celebrate Buddha Day, Vesak, in the monastery?
So actually, we have different programs. One program for children. So especially for children, as we have a Sunday school for children, is a part of our community, important part of our community. Therefore, we have a special program for children. And there we do sometimes Vesak lantern is a part of the children program. We light Vesak lantern. It's an art, decorated lantern gives joyful feeling to our children. And also for the children, like stories or Jataka stories of the Buddha's previous lives, stories we share with them as well. And also children like songs and stories and songs as well. So we have devotional songs for children. This way, for the children, we have one program, and adults, we have, in this year, we have 2 days. One is tomorrow, we have one program from 9 to 7. And another program we have on 26th, Wednesday the 26th, except Vesak Day in the calendar, the Buddhist calendar. So we have another full day program on 26th. What we're going to do, most part of the program, we have, we pay homage to the Triple Gem. We observe 8 precepts. So the elders like to follow very important precepts or principles. In daily life, we administer 5 precepts as we observe at the beginning. refraining from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and intoxication. But in addition to that, on Vesak Day, there are some special principles, precepts, not singing, not playing games, and also refraining from busy life, and also coming to the Vihara and staying in the Vihara, sitting on very simple cushions and very simple lifestyle we follow during the day, like a retreat. Apart from that, meditation is very heart of the Buddhist practice we do in our program. And we invite different speakers, erudite monks, experiential teachers, and we ask them to share their wisdom, their knowledge with others according to the topics. So this way we give the topics, sometimes they themselves suggest the topics, and we have this way discussions as well. There is a period for discussion. There is a period listening to the chanting, period of meditation, and Dhamma talks. This is the way we celebrate the Buddha Day, Vesak, at the Vihara.
And thank you. And are members of the public, the lay people, can they come to the temple? Can they come and visit you at the Vihara on Vesak on the 26th?
Usually, we invite them to come to the Vihara. In previous years, we had that invitation made by the Vihara to allowing them to come. But unfortunately, in this year, still we have some restrictions. Therefore, in this year, we cannot invite them to physically attend to the Vihara, but online this communication system of online Zoom system, we perform these programs like today we are doing this way.
So members of our audience, if they wanted to join in online, they can find it on the Vihara website.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, YouTube and Facebook live, you can join with us.
Yes.
Tomorrow from 9 to 7.
Yes.
Details are on the website, please.
Yeah, there is one last question here. It says, Vesak is celebrated in different days in different Buddhist countries. How does that come about? And what are the common elements in the celebrations?
Well, that is true. In Theravada Buddhist countries, they all celebrate the Vesak day on the full moon day in May. But in Japan and in Korea, they celebrate the Buddha's birthday in April. So this way they celebrate the birth of the Buddha. We celebrate the enlightenment of the Buddha. So this way in the month of May is in our Theravada countries. Now the Buddha Day is a public holiday, has been accepted by the UNO. It is actually in the month of May. So day is not very important actually. we can celebrate the Buddha Day. Now in this country, Vesak Day is not a holiday. So therefore, the nearest Sunday, sometimes if the Vesak Day falls on Wednesday, like in this year, we celebrate tomorrow, the Sunday, nearest Sunday, or following Sunday. This way, there are some differences. My understanding is if we celebrate the life of the Buddha, the day is not very important.
Thank you. Well, Bhante, there aren't any more questions. So can I thank you, sincerely thank you for coming. I know you're very busy this week, because you're one of your busiest weeks of the year. So we're really grateful that you came. And it's so nice that the Buddhist Society could continue the tradition of celebrating with the Chisik Vihara, which it's now done for so many decades. And long may it continue. So I want to thank you from all of us here at the Society so much for giving your lovely talk and reminding us what is so important for us as human beings, and that's gratitude. And if only we can practice that, it melts away so much of our pain and suffering. So thank you very much indeed. And to wish you all a very happy Vesak Day. Much joy.
Thank you indeed. It's a great pleasure for me to be with you today.
Yeah.
Happy Vesak to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.